Hello, good morning. This is Wendy Budd, medical herbalist, and welcome to another Get Ready with me while I talk about my 7-day fast. So I'm nearly done. I've definitely broken the back of the fast. I think I can eat tomorrow, so Wednesday after work, I can eat a normal dinner. And it's been easier, I have to say. This 7-day fast has definitely been a lot easier, which is interesting. And I don't know whether that's because, probably multiple factors, but I think because I'm quite used to doing these longer term fasts now, I generally like to fast for 7 days twice yearly, beginning of the year, January 1st, and then 6 months later. So I've definitely done probably about 4 or 5 7-day fasts, which I have blogged about previously. But this one definitely does seem easier. I think when you do a winter fast, for me, the hardest thing about a winter fast is the cold. Where you don't eat, you don't have that thermogenic effect of food. And yeah, you do get really cold. And obviously now it's summertime in the UK, and it does feel a lot warmer, thankfully. So yeah, that's been a lot easier for me this time. I would say with the cravings, the food cravings, I think because I don't eat a standard Western diet, and I haven't for many years. I mean, I went on a low carb ketogenic diet back in 2018, the beginning of 2018. So I've actually been eating low carb completely since then, and I've never ever fallen off the wagon either, which is quite surprising. But I think because I have such a addictive personality and am a sugar addict without a doubt, I kind of knew by how I felt. And I felt so amazing on the low carb diet that I just never wanted to cheat. So I have been eating low carb since 2018, and I think that definitely does make it a lot easier. I mean, if you were fasting and you were, eating a standard Western diet, this is my Radiant Glow Primer by Nika, which I always use. It would definitely be a lot harder, and I probably wouldn't recommend a 7-day diet fast for anyone first off anyway. But I think also now, since I've been on the carnivore diet since the beginning of the year, I really have noticed that I'm not craving any sort of off-plan foods at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am really looking forward to my dinner tomorrow evening, and I am sort of a little bit preoccupied about what I'm going to be eating tomorrow. So generally, when I break my fast, I'm a really big advocate of bone broth. So I'm one of these people that recommends bone broth. I think it's amazing for gut health. It's full of minerals. It's something that our grandparents did just always. I mean, I can remember my grandparents, if ever they had a roast joint of meat, they would always keep the bones and boil those up for gravy, throughout the week, and it would be added to soups and stews and such. And I think that's a part of the diet that we've stopped doing now, and probably is responsible for the lack of a lot of bioavailable nutrients that we would have had. So I've always, and my father always did a bone broth. So it's something that I've always done. Okay, so this is the BB cream with prickly pear. This is in the shade Nude, and this is a flat top kabuki brush. Going to do 2 pumps, and pop that on the skin. I do like the BB cream. It's sort of lower coverage, but it does even out the skin tone. So yeah, I'm going to break my fast with some bone broth. Now, I make my bone broth in my slow cooker. I think it's one of the easiest ways to do it. It means that I don't have to worry about standing over the pot or worrying about the water evaporating. I just pop it in the slow cooker. Generally put the bones in dry, put it on for a couple of hours or longer, and then I will add some cider vinegar. The vinegar helps to draw out and break down the minerals from the bones. So I'll add a good sort of 1/4 cup of cider vinegar. I'll also add salt, a good teaspoon of salt, and also any spices that I want to use. I like to use black pepper. Sometimes I'll add some thyme. Really depends. And then I use distilled water in my bone broth. You can use normal or filtered water, totally up to you. I like to use distilled. And then I will literally put that on low in the slow cooker, and I will leave that overnight. And then I will keep adding and taking away. I like to have, when I am eating, I like to have a cup of bone broth before my breakfast in the morning. So I'll have a cup of bone broth then. And generally when I get in from work, I like to have a bone broth before my dinner. I do tend to, depending on how busy I am and how hungry I am, I will generally fast through lunchtime. So I'll have my breakfast and then fast through lunchtime, come home and have my main meal. No snacks, but really depending on how hungry I am. I mean, if I am hungry, then I will eat lunch, but not every day. Okay, so that's my base done. And just to say, with the Anika products, we do have some of the mist, hydrating toning mist. It's a beautiful product. If you buy 2 Anika products in the store or online right now, you will get this free hydrating mist, which is just beautiful. The ingredients in this are amazing. They're all botanical, just lovely. I mean, all of the Anika ingredients are just beautiful. So I'm going to set my face. No, I'm not. I'm going to do a little bit of contour today, if I can find my contour. There we go. So this is the contour palette in Teak. So I'm just going to use the darker shade just to sculpt out my cheekbones. This is the sculpting brush, which is a really handy flat brush by Anika. Just going in, and then I'm going to pop that where I want my contour. Go a little bit under my lip, a little bit up here, and then just under my nose. So yes, I'm going to break my fast with some bone broth, and then I think I'm fancying everything at the moment, but I think then after that I'm going to go for quite a light option. So I do love my fish, so I actually do have some mackerel in the freezer. Some smoked mackerel. I do love smoked mackerel. It's one of my favourite breakfasts, actually, fish. But I think I'm going to have that after my bone broth. and see how I am. The general point is not to overeat. You don't want, after a particularly long fast, like a 7-day fast, is you really don't want to stuff yourself too full straight away. You really want to build up with your fast. So I'm going to have the bone broth and then the fish, and then I'll probably just see how I am, give it a good half hour or hour, and then if I fancy some more food, I might have some bacon and eggs, or even a steak. I've got quite a few options which I'm looking forward to. I still am on the carnivore diet, which, to be honest, I find really suits me. It's made me lose all my cravings for ultra processed foods, which of course I haven't eaten for many years now, which I think is good. Now I'm just going to set my face. This is the baked mineral powder, so I'm just going to bake where I tend to get a little bit more oily, like that. So this is in the colour Strength, and I generally just, this is running out, this one, but this is the colour Strength, and I just use that really on the T-zone just to take out that excess oil. The mineral bronzers and the baked bronzers all have SPF 25. Now I wanted, for blush, I'm going to go into Blooming Nude, which is a really nice nude colour, and this is a mineral blush. So I'm just going to use the tiniest little bit. You just pop it into the lid, see, like that, and then I'm going to swirl that round with my, I love this for like a blush. Swirl that round and then tap off the excess, and we're going to go in just on the high points of my cheek. Might have gone a bit ham with that there. It's just a really nice natural colour, this. And then a little bit of colour on my forehead, like so. So we do still have some products in the Anika range that are all £8, and this is because it's in their last packaging. So Anika have now repackaged all of their products to be completely plastic free or plastic neutral. They are, I believe, the first company, cosmetic company in the world to have that plastic neutral status. So although all the products are the same, the packaging has been updated. So it's made with completely recycled plastic, and they actually do a guarantee where they help charities to take plastic from beaches, and they use this plastic that is collected from beaches to make into plastic fencing posts for farmers in Australia. But you can find out more about their plastic pledge on the Anika website. But yeah, a very ethical company indeed. Love the Anika products, which is why I stock it. I mean, everything that I stock in the apothecary I have chosen, and obviously I've chosen it because I really love it. Now this is their certified organic lip and cheek cream. So this is like a cream balm. You can use this lips, cheeks, and I'm going to even use it on my eyes today. So it is a cream, so you can just warm it up with your fingers, and I'm going to just use that on top of the Blooming Nude. It's going to give me a little bit of a shine. Now these come in 3 colours. The morning shade is more of a sort of a peachy orange, but you can see it sort of gives you that lovely little glow. So I'm going to use that on the tops of my cheeks. I'm not going to use it as a lip today, but I think I might use it on my eyes. We can use that as a kind of an eye base on the eyelids. You can use the Anika products literally anywhere because they are completely natural. They are paraben free, SLS free, they're fragrance free. They really are talc free. I mean, their pledge is amazing. So you can use them, feel free to use them. You could even sleep in this makeup. Not that I'm suggesting you do that, but it really is full of skincare ingredients. So if you did fall asleep in your makeup, which we've all done from time to time, I am sure, it's not going to be a problem. Okay, so there is that little bit on the end of the nose, like so. And then for eyes today, I think I'm just going to contour my eyes again using the I'm going to use this lighter shade today. This is the eyebrow palette, and I'm going to use the flat, I don't know if you can see, it's sort of flat domed. This is the Anika shadow brush. Just going to really gently tap, because these are really pigmented. Tap that off and just go into the crease. So I'm just really doing a basic look today. I'm going to contour the eyes like so. Tap in and tap off. So yeah, really looking forward to finishing my fast tomorrow after work. Got quite a busy day at work today. I would say my energy is good, feeling really positive. I was hungry yesterday, but then I did do quite a lot. I trained in the morning, then I had my first driving lesson, which probably took a lot of mental focus. It certainly did. So there was a point yesterday afternoon where I was feeling sort of sicky hungry, and just stamping that into the outer corner here. But then after, when you get over those hunger feelings, because generally they only last for about 20 minutes, and having a warm drink can really, really help, as can drinking water with some salt, some normal table salt or sea salt, and I tend to put some potassium salts in, which is easily purchased at the supermarket. It's called low salt, and you can find that in the normal sort of salt aisle. And low salt is actually potassium salts. So I tend to put that in my water. That really helps, especially if you're starting to feel a little bit dizzy or faint. But yeah, I would say my mood has been euphoric on the whole. Your brain tends to sort of clear and be really laser focused. So just really pushing that into the outer corner, like so. And when you compare that to the other eye, just gives you that little bit of definition. And I'm trying to work it up like this and to open the eye up. As you get older, obviously, I'm 44 now, you can see that the eye starts to droop. And by doing your makeup like this, it just elevates that eye. So we're going to do exactly the same on the other eye. And I love this eyebrow palette because I think it's one of those multi-use products that you can use for my skin tone anyway. It's a really good sort of contour colour for the eye. And I just bring that into the eye socket, into the centre or towards my nose, and then really concentrating. What I'm trying to do is lift it up, like so. So I'll probably hop on again at the end of the day after work. I am quite busy at work today, so I've got 2 students in with me from Hartwood. But I'll try and pop on again after work, and you can see how well my makeup has lasted as well. So just again popping it into that outer corner and really trying to flick it up. We're trying to elongate the eye that way. Good. So if you do have any questions, they can be regarding herbs, fasting, Anika. Leave me a comment down below. If you like these format of Get Ready With Me, do please like and subscribe. As I say, it's one of my favourite things to do because I love getting ready in the mornings. The morning is really my favourite time of the day. I like putting my makeup on and really slowly getting into the day. So if you do have any questions, please leave them below and I will speak to you later. Thanks ever so much. Bye bye.